AJ wanted to make Alexis blush, but instead Alexis made AJ blush. Hey everyone, welcome to Bae and Everything Else Other Than That. Let's begin. So today I'm going to be talking about Ready to Love. This is my second channel. So for those who are not familiar with my content, just know this is my second channel. Feel free to go to my other channel, which is Bae and Anime. If you like cartoons and stuff, I talk about that. On this channel, I'm going to be talking about more reality TV because I love reality TV, and I reviewed last season of Ready to Love. So if you're interested in that, be free to check that on my other channel, Bae and Anime. Other than that, let's continue. So we start off with Tommy talking to everyone, giving them a little bit of a pep talk. We find out Ida thought about Ron. She said she thought about him more than twice. Troy was being very creepy. He's Mr. Sexual Harassment. We need to investigate Troy. Like, do you have a Me Too movement going on, Troy? Anyway, Tommy also was saying like he's throwing curveballs at people, and he was like, at the end of the brunch, one lady was going home. I kept thinking to myself, Tommy, where's your wife? Sir, where's your wife? You introduced your wife at the beginning of the show. Where's your wife? But, you know, whatever. I wish they had more time. This reminds me of, like, I wish they had more time to get to know each other. But I guess also it's like, if you know you like someone, you know you like someone. If you don't, you don't. But a lot of times we see on Ready to Love that people switch people all the time. So you may not know that you like them. Or maybe you do like them, maybe you don't like them. And some connections are not explored, right? But Ida, spoiler alert, goes home. Definitely a lot of people were not feeling Ida. So let's just get into it. Troy talked too much and was running game on everybody. If you can call it that, though. I didn't think it was necessarily game, but he was just being creepy. He's like that creepy coworker that touched you too much. You like, hey bro, step back. Amber and KG, smooth, they were like hitting it off. They were talking about finances. KG was bringing up Naya from last season. He was talking about how heartbroken he was with her, and also about finances being a big thing. But I think that he should just stand in his truth. You want somebody to split the bills, don't like sugarcoat it. Like, don't sugarcoat that you don't want no one to split the bills, and that was a big issue necessarily, because it's like, be honest about it. Like, he kept trying to flip-flop and change it like last season of what he wanted. Naya wasn't the best person when she flipped on him, but I'm just saying, like, he kept flip-flopping about that last season. I think this season he should stand in truth. Like, you want to be happy, and in order to be happy, you got to stand in your truth, right? Andrea just seems like she's tired all the time, so I don't know Andrea's job, but she might be a little tired. But I can see that's one of the reasons why a lot of the guys weren't feeling her, or maybe she's just shy. And then maybe she just like, she needs the extrovert and she's the introvert, and she's like trying to just get out her shell. So that's also that. And maybe she does better in one-on-one date. AJ was not interested in Ida. Ida kept sitting with like David, and then she started sitting where Stacy was sitting. It looked like she was following Stacy around, but don't quote me on that. But she was just like definitely sitting where like Stacy was at. And then like she was talking to AJ and she was talking to David, and she kept interrupting Stacy's date. And I was just like, what? I don't know, maybe that was just a coincidence. But then also like AJ was not feeling Ida at all. David was not feeling Ida. None of the men were feeling Ida. And I feel bad for Ida because Ida was like really wanting to be like, you know, find love. But at the same time, I felt like she was not ready to love, and I felt like it was time for her to go home. But I appreciate that Diedrich gave her feedback on her dating style, saying that you're joking too much, and then a lot of people can't take you seriously if you are joking so much. And I appreciated him telling her that, because I think here is a place that you can get feedback, and I think that is something like, because a lot of these people are single for a reason. So like, why are you single, right? And his feedback for her is like, maybe she's not dating well because of like, she's joking too much and people are not necessarily taking her seriously. Because I think Ida is very much a sweetheart, but I think that she needs to probably date around a little bit more, as well as like, don't joke too much as well. Because I feel like she may be joking because she's nervous, like Diedrich said. And then as we move on, let's just move forward. So as time goes on, Troy's still rotating around the room, flirting with everybody. We have a montage of Troy flirting with all these women. A lot of people are like noting that like, hey, he may not only be interested in me, he's interested in everyone. And I think that the thing about this is that he doing this in a very small pond of women. So a lot of the women will notice that he's not interested in them, and or he's not the only one. He's not interested in only them. And I know this is like a dating show and the people supposed to do that, but it's just like you're not. He's telling every girl that she's number one, basically, which is not okay. Because girls gonna talk and they're gonna talk about it and they're gonna be like, hey, and compare notes, and then they're gonna realize like he also said I was number one, which is gonna make him look untrustworthy. So I hope Troy goes home next week. That's where I stand on that. So we fast forward and Ida starts crying because they sent her home. All the men decided that Ida goes home. She's crying on the cameras. She was very honest about her emotions. I felt so sorry that she went home, but I knew she needed to go home because they were not feeling her. She was coming on a little too strong. She was also making too many jokes, and it was just like they were not feeling her, and since she was a homegirl vibe. And I'm starting to notice what a homegirl vibe is code for I'm not attracted to you. Instead of being honest and saying I'm not attracted to you, a lot of men be like, you're a homegirl, which is like I am not attracted to you, right? Because that's what that means. AJ and Alexis go to a candle making shop. AJ likes Alexis' outfit. I thought the outfit was kind of cute, but I do not like leather pants. So I thought that was like Chafe City, but you know, Alexis looked good in it. Alexis was being sexual. AJ wanted to be sensual, so he so Alexis was being sexual. AJ wanted to be sensual, so like they both did not get what they want in that date. So let me just tell you this. I made a little animation for this. AJ wanted to make Alexis blush, but instead Alexis made AJ blush, and he did not like that at all. And so basically AJ was just not feeling that she was making him blush. She was coming on too strong. Alexis was just like, hey, Rao, come get this. And he was just like, no. He was clutching his pearls. He was just like, I this is moving too fast. And I just thought that was so interesting of like the roles like switch, like if Alexis was a man and how the uncomfortable a woman would be just like being in his presence and being in her presence like that, you know what I mean? Like if she was a man and she was coming on too strong like that, and then a woman's being like, okay, he's keep talking about sex, like calm down, sir, you know. So I just thought that was funny. And then Kaya and Jason went on a date. That was cute. I kind of like Jason. He's my favorite out of all of them. He seems the most genuine. And yeah, I'm not digging AJ as much, and not because AJ is a bad person, but I just don't like bears. And AJ Bear just like I know I'm a weirdo that doesn't like bears. I know everyone does. I don't. And I know Jason has a beard, but his beard is not that long. I don't like long beards. Like beards remind me of just like, I won't tell you. It's just like I don't like long beards. Don't like it's just like ew. But Jason, I found him as a cutie. I think he's cute. I think he's fun. I feel like if I was on that show, I'd probably vibe with him the most. Kyra and Jason were cute. Jason talked about his struggles with depression and felt a little bit reserved to say things he was interested in because he was talking about scuba diving. But then Kyra liked him, but she was really hesitant because she has dealt with depression with a family member in the past, so she said that as a red flag. I don't know whether that should be a red flag or not. I mean, it's just mental health, like, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of folks have mental health issues, and that as long as you're like working on it, it shouldn't be a problem. As well as like a lot of people, like majority of the population has undiagnosed mental health issues, and like he has his diagnosed, so that means that he's able to manage it better than some other person that's undiagnosed, right? I think a lot of people have mental health problems that they are undiagnosed with, and they live with it every day. So I think that I celebrate Jason for being vulnerable and honest with her, and I think that people should not be scared of mental health as much, like as scared of people who are diagnosed with mental health issues, because many people go undiagnosed all the time, and it shows up in relationships, and it shows up in their parenting because they never knew, like, and not just parenting, it shows up in their relationship, shows in parenting, it shows up at work, you know, because they never knew that they had a problem. And a lot of people have problems, and there's nothing to be ashamed of with that. So I was kind of confused why she thought that was a red flag, but I can also understand that she was triggered by it. And so I can see how, like, I wouldn't necessarily call it a red flag, but I can see, like, that relationship their relationship could be trigger inducing, right, for her. They went so everyone goes to a mac and cheese class later. Diedrich tells Tressa he likes her and wanted to get to know her better, which I thought was so cute, because I was like, yes, because everyone been playing with Tressa. Everyone acting like Tressa is not adorable. Like, Tressa is so cute, and it's also, she has like a good body shape, and also it seems like she's fun to be around and stuff like that. I just think that a lot of people on the show is not getting her a chance, and I think that's also because of her size, and I think that that's kind of unfair, because it's not, I just feel like it's unfair to Tressa, because she is a beautiful woman, and like, judge her off her character. Like, say you don't like her personality, you know what I mean? Don't be vibing with her personality and just be like, she not, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's giving some fat phobia tease. It's getting some anti-black tease, because she's the only one wearing her afro hair, or whether if it's a wig or not, she's the only one with their on with an afro. She got black features. It's giving me a lot of anti-blackness tease in a black space. But you know what, that can just be me feeling it, and that's okay. Don't dislike this video because I said my opinion. just like, you know, go through with me. We can be different. We can like different things. We can see different things. We see things differently. Also, I didn't understand, like, I think Tressa, I didn't understand why Diedrich switched, though. I know Diedrich said he switched because he liked her personality more, and also he talked about earlier, we had a flashback earlier with the show where Diedrich saying that he was used to liking bigger women, but now he stopped liking bigger women, which I was confused about, because I was like, well, wait, what makes you attracted to what you're attracted to, right? Like, I know attraction can be like evolved and stuff like that. Yeah, and also I just don't understand like why all the men's like, she's a homegirl, which I just feel like they're just code for I do not find you attractive. Like, just say you don't find her attractive. You saying she's a beautiful one, blah blah, but it's just like, you don't find her attractive. Just say that. Like, why are you lying? At the mac and cheese class, Stacy walks from KG, also Chris, KG/Chris, which was rude. I found that was very rude. She just seemed like she just don't like him. She just seemed like she want AJ. That's what she seemed like. She got her eyes on AJ. AJ and Stacy were vibing. I think Stacy has a type, you know, like, I just feel like Stacy has a type and she's just honest with herself. I don't dislike Stacy, but I do think some of the things she has done so far has been rude. I also want to say that, you know, AJ's digging Stacy, but I think that, and I feel like they both are doing sexual innuendos to each other, but I think that, again, like I said, I feel like AJ is able to have power over Stacy and make her blush, whereas Stacy is not making him blush as much, which as Alexis was like definitely making AJ blush, and he did not like that at all. So I forgot to mention a date, which was like Andrea, Amber, David, Joel, I don't remember, and Troy. But the point of it is that Troy was there and they were making like license plates or something. I don't know, they were painting something. And basically, bro, for real, like, Troy was like literally flirting with all the women there right in front of each other, and like a lot of the women were turned off by that, and he was being gross. So I just want to point that out as a date that I forgot. So let's just fast forward, and later in the week the guys decide who they want to send home. A lot of the guys they put Tressa at the bottom because they said she gives a homeboy vibe, aka they do not find her attractive, as well as they put Andrea at the bottom because they didn't really get to know her. They said she's quite quiet. They didn't really feel a vibe. They were talking about Stacy name was thrown out there because Diedrich didn't like the way he was treated by Stacy, as well as someone else threw Stacy name out there as well because KG didn't like the way he was treated by Stacy. So Stacy is not being liked by some of the dudes because of the way she's treating them. Because I think that also, if I was on the show, I would pay attention to see how people treat people they like and how they treat people they don't like. You'll find out about a person or how they treat people they're not interested in and how they treat people they're interested in, right? For example, we see Troy treating people he's not interested in all equally to how he treats people he's interested in, keeping all options open at all times, which means he may be a cheater or a playboy, you know. Or you see Stacy also treating like the guys she don't like dirt, and then treating the guys she do like on the pedestal, which some people may not see that, but like, what happens when she don't like you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when she mad at you and she don't like you, how's she gonna treat you? That's something to also pick up as well. So what they said, they vote Andrea out, and they're saying Andrea's not ready to love, but Andrea doesn't know that. She gets there, she comes there looking cute with her thigh-high boots and some short shorts, and she was looking pretty good. And I was like, why didn't you come here with that energy earlier? But you know what? It's whatever. You know, she was going on a one-on-one date. She was happy to explore that. So she goes there, and there basically was like, Andrea, you're not ready to love. Andrea was like very heartbroken. And then we go back to Tressa. As I said in the beginning, Tressa was happy that she was able to stay, and Diedrich was just like yanking her chain, being like, oh, you're going home. Oh, no, you're not. I told them that you need to stay. And then Tressa was like, oh my God, for real? And then she was like, I need another drink. And so that's what happened. Other than that, this has been Sway Bae and everything else. If I miss anything, be sure to put it in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to my second channel. I'll be doing Ready to Love to the end of the final. So subscribe and stay along the ride. Other than that, this has been Sway Bae and everything else.